Hi. Today I want to talk about this idea of retrospectives being actual work. So here's the situation. So agile teams are normally responsible for a value stream, which is a stream of change that sort of does work, adds value, and that delivers it to the greater world, to customers, and they generate revenue. So they take in requirements and requests. They do some work along the way, and those things make it out. One part of most agile processes is the idea of the retrospective, which is they'll take this whole process and they'll put it under a microscope. And then they'll, at regular intervals, they'll talk amongst each other, people in the team, and analyze what is working about the process, what is not working, or what needs to change. So lots of different sort of ideas here about things that they want to add, remove, change, or stop doing. Here we come to the crux of the problem. These teams are responsible for the continuous improvement of this value stream, but there's a meta level which is missing, which is to take this whole piece here and put this under the microscope and include the entire sort of process in their evaluation. And when they don't, it's more difficult for them to really be able to say, are things improving or are things getting worse? One of the missing feedback loops here is that these teams often have a manager or a director, and they might say something along the lines of, they are doing retrospectives. And this is a missing feedback loop because they assume that the teams are on this green path, that things are improving. But that might not be the case. So let's take a look at a couple of reasons why this happens. When teams don't have direct contact with their customers, and this feedback loop from the market or from customers is missing, then it's very easy for them to not care about improving. You don't need to be a good team if you never release software to users. Bad performance is fine. It's once you have quick, constant interactions and feedback from real users on a regular basis, do you see the need, or does the need develop to improve your process? Another issue is that teams often don't look at how effective the process is. And what I mean by that is you might have engineers looking at engineering things. I'll put these down here. Engineers looking at engineering things. And you have product people looking at product things. And only sometimes do you have something like a delivery manager who's looking at delivery things. So they can really be cut off completely, the rest of the team, on what their metrics look like, how effective they're being, and what their sort of customer satisfaction is. There's not a team involvement here. Lastly, when teams have directors who are interested in performance, it often doesn't look like interest in capabilities or predictability. Or even fitness for purpose. What we see instead is the need for timelines, the need for plans, the need for status updates. And when teams are managed using these tools, again, they can spin whatever story they want that does not look at the reality of their team's performance and of their team's ability to meet customer needs. So going back to, they are doing retrospectives. This management by hope eventually will run into problems. Once problems start to show up, or once a crisis occurs, the first thing that happens when things start to go off track is people look for blame. Because we know they're not good at doing retros. So they'll look at, not being able to do the retrospectives correctly. There was something wrong with how they were doing them. They may look to the teams doing agile incorrectly. Because again, someone has to be to blame. It must be the team. They weren't doing it correctly. Or lastly, in a greater whole, they may throw this line out there: agile doesn't work for us. Our process is too unique. Agile is not a good fit. So, some things we can do to try to improve this situation. Here's what I think. To include more people into this overall process, we need to have two parts. We need to have the team and leadership within the team responsible for delivering these goods and services to customers, making that capability part of that responsibility. And then we need leadership outside of the team that can provide coaching, guidance, and support. To the team on exactly those capabilities. And with this, we put into place better feedback loops to really make the retrospectives a positive activity for the teams. That's all. I hope it was helpful. Have a good day.